I'm Mark Romanack, and we're going to do a little test ride video on a 196 Fishmaster. As you can see from the way this boat is rigged, it's a big water, serious fishing machine. The 196 Fishmaster is 19 foot 9 inches down the center line. It's got a beam of 100 inches and a maximum horsepower capacity of 200 ponies. Perhaps the best place to start with the 196 Fishmaster is a generalization. This is a big hull, deep hull. It's got 125 thousandths thick aluminum hull on it. So this boat is made for big water. And as you can see, this is our test model here is set up for trolling. That's what this boat does and does exceptionally well, big water trolling applications. As a fisherman who loves to troll, there's an awful lot about the Fishmaster that I like. Right now I'm sitting in these little jump seats back here in the transom. But when you hop up, what can happen here is that these jump seats just snap right out of here. All right. So now what I have is access all the way to the back of the boat. Now why is this important? Well, this is the perfect place for netting a fish. It's also an ideal location for mounting fishing accessories like downrigger. So when I need to mount a downrigger on the boat, I can be right back there. If I got to set a downrigger line, I can be right back there. I'm also very close to my rod holders, so I can set lines very easily as well. So this configuration here, I'll call it this cutout transom, is just absolutely to die for when it comes to fishing big water for species like trout, salmon, walleye, you name it. Another one of the features of the Fishmaster that's just going to jump out at you immediately is this big, deep splash well. Now this is important because most of the time when you're fishing in open water environments, you're often fishing in big waves and you're typically fishing in a following sea. The beauty of this splash well is it keeps the waves outside the boat where they belong. It's wide enough that you can also mount a kicker motor here because most people that are going to get a boat of this caliber are probably going to want a small gasoline kicker motor to do their trolling chores as well. Another cool feature of the Fishmaster series is they come standard with this track that's mounted on the deck here. Now this track is ideal for mounting things like rod holders. You can see here you can put electronics here as well, downriggers, all the types of accessories you're going to need for serious fishing can be slid into this track, and then when you don't need them, it can be slid out and stowed as well. So this track system, which comes standard on this boat, absolutely to die for. Rod storage in the Fishmaster is located down the gunnels. Both the port and starboard side have integrated rod storage here where you can get them in, out of the way, out of sight, out of mind. Safe and secure place to store your fishing poles. Another one of the things I like about the Fishmaster is this little cubby space here. It's not very big, but it's perfect for storing all those little odds and ends that there never seems to be a convenient place to store in a fishing boat. I'm talking about things like your pliers, for example. I'm talking about little stuff like leader wheels for the leaders that you would use for various different kinds of fishing. Little small tackle boxes that have swivels and, and split shots and that kind of stuff. Those items fit really nicely in here. They ride beautifully in here. Just an ideal little storage cuddy. In the floor here, we've got another storage area that's convenient. What I would recommend putting in this is things like, dock lines, stuff you don't mind if it gets wet, like maybe your docking bumpers, your mooring bumpers, that kind of stuff will fit in here very, very nicely. I'm sitting here at the helm, and the first thing that's going to jump out at you is this captain's seat. This captain's seat is larger than normal, very plush, very comfortable, and it's going to lend to the nice smooth ride that this boat is famous for. Up here, of course, on the console, when we take a look at all of our gauges here, they're right up here where we can see them. Our speedometer and our fuel gauge, of course our tack, all our trim gauge, all these gauges are right up here where you can easily see them. All the other functions on the console here are operated by toggles, and they're lighted toggles. So when you turn on the toggle, you can see whether the function is operated or not. Up here we got two flat spots, one up here and one down here. And what I would recommend is mounting a sonar unit on one of these spots and maybe a GPS on the other. So there's lots of room up in here in the console for that type of stuff. Down here, of course, we have our AM/FM radio, and we also have a drink cup holder down right here conveniently on our right side. So collectively, this console really combines a lot of features into a very small, compact space. The live well in the Fishmaster is right up here in the bow. It's right between the windshields. It's right here. Very convenient location for that. There's also another dry storage compartment up here that can be used to put an electric motor battery space. For example, our test boat doesn't have an electric motor, but you could very easily mount an electric motor on this boat, and then of course your deep cycle batteries would be mounted up here as well. The fishable space up here is excellent, and the other thing that I think that you want to pay attention to is the fact that throughout this entire boat, all of the flooring is heavy-duty vinyl. Now, why is that important? This is a serious fishing boat. You're going to get dirt and slime and grime on the floor. The only kind of floor that cleans up really, really nicely is vinyl, and this boat has got the best vinyl you can invest in. As long as we're talking about the vinyl flooring, this is also a good time to talk about another standard feature of this boat. It comes with a heavy-duty washdown pump. That washdown pump is going to be ideal for when you get grime on the floor, say fish slime, hose it off, let it go right out the drains. Next thing you know, the boat is spick and span. A couple more things you want to understand about the Fishmaster. Of course, it's covered by the lifetime +6 warranty that's exclusive to Starcraft. Also new for 2015, you're going to want to check out the new color schemes. Our test boat here has got a beautiful ruby red color on it. I think when you see it, you'll fall in love with it.